Yo, what's up? As you know, White Club Minority. Like, subscribe, comment, like, subscribe. If you clicked on this video, I'm assuming that you want to know like, yo, how is it over there? Is it hard? Is it this, that? Every question that every pre-med student or anybody who's interested in medicine at all will probably have. I had these same concerns, these same questions, and today I'm gonna start off. Usually you talk about how hard is it difficult, is it blah blah blah. I'm gonna talk about all the positive things, all the good things, all the things that make me think, damn, it's lit that I'm here. It's live as hell that I'm here right now. This is a positive video, so enjoy. To start off, the very best thing, it's gonna be corny, it's lame, whatever. You've heard it 1,000 times. When you're in medical school, the best thing is literally the fact that you're around like-minded individuals. What do I mean by that? Like, when you're studying for the MCAT, you're in like college and stuff. I was the only person who I knew wanted to be a doctor. It wasn't discouraging, but it was like none of my friends wanted to. There were other people in my classes for sure, but not too many people that even looked like me, let alone people that I was cool with. It was like a rarity, right? I just didn't know that many people. When you're in the MCAT, it feels like you're taking that test by yourself. When you're taking all these hard classes, it feels like you're by yourself, almost like you're lonely. But then you come here and it's like, oh, everybody's living the same life. We all went through the same shit. So like-minded individuals, that's probably one of the best things about it. The next one is another boring one. The stuff you're studying is a lot better than physics. That didn't mean anything to be a doctor. Than history. That didn't mean anything to be a doctor. It's just to be honest. At least you're studying stuff that's relative. Like I now know that cortisol affects the immune system. It means something to what you want to do. So I would say those are two. Those are two really big ones. They're not even my favorite. Those are just the two big ones, classic ones. The next thing is gonna be like, oh, wow, I didn't know that. Oh, that's kind of cool. Um, the third one, I'm kind of going like which one I like more and which like we get up there. But the next one is the amount of resources you have. Like when I was studying for the MCAT, I know I bring that up a lot, but when I was studying for the MCAT, when I was doing anything else, it was like I didn't know exactly what I needed to do. I didn't know each and every facet of information that I could have used to help me like achieve a greater score, whatever the case is. Here it's so many resources. Like if you don't choose at least a couple, that's just on you. Like they have tutoring sessions, and this is just my school, but they have tutoring sessions. You can schedule one with like MS2s, people who are above you. Obviously, you can set an appointment with your teachers. They have rooms that you can book out, and I know that a lot of people have that. But the biggest thing for me are the tutoring sessions because that one-on-one practice is honestly you can't pay for something more than that. Like the one-on-one practice is amazing. That's where I do a lot of my learning. The next thing is probably I actually sucked at this like the first week or two, first block honestly. It's called an OSCE. Basically, this is what I call playing doctor. So there's an actor in a room. You knock twice, do the sanitize. Hello, how are you doing today? I'll be your medical student, and like you do the whole thing like you're an actor, doctor, or whatever. And it's just to prepare you for a clerkship or whatever. But the cool thing about it is that not only is it geared towards what you're doing in class, so it helps with the learning. It's tight just because it's like you feel more like a doctor. Like you have your whole white coat on. It's like you actually doing technically what you will do in a couple years. So that's kind of cool. I'll admit that. I didn't like it the first couple weeks. Like, I was telling my friends, I was like, bro, I forgot. Like as a doctor, oh lol, I gotta like touch people. Like I have to palpate. Like I didn't think about that, and I'm not really big on that. But you gotta do what you gotta do. The next thing, and this is a really big one for me, it's the way that we study in medical school. It's completely different from the way that you study in undergraduate. It wouldn't be feasible to study the way you do in undergraduate. Like in undergraduate, I would write everything down, notes, PowerPoints. Here, I barely take any notes. I got flashcards all around my place. I use flashcards to take my notes, like flashcards. That's it. And I don't look at it again. I take it just to help a little bit, but you don't really. I know so many people who don't do notes. It's just not something that's necessary, and that's because of what this thing called Anki. But I won't even get into that. So the way that we do it, we basically study through Anki, and it's just so repetitive that it's like in the back of your mind. I promise you, like you don't even know that you'll know something until you see the question. It's like, oh my gosh, it's just like this is there. I didn't like that snap. Furthermore, this is probably a really fun one. I would say, like organizations. You get to it kind of linked in with the like-minded individuals. Like there's a lot of people who are in like a neuro organization or a PEDS organization or whatever the case is, and if you're interested in PEDS, and that's really good because it can gear you towards your field, you know, there might be a doctor that you can see in peds that can help you get closer to that. And for me right now, you know, I'm doing intramurals. You'll see the volleyball video coming soon. So that's really fun because, you know, you are safe for a long time. Being able to have a time where you can be outside of the classroom and just like literally playing a game is really tight. Plus, like me, I was gonna go to the league. So I gotta get this shit off somehow. Oh yeah, I kind of already spoke on it, but like just the fact that being in medical school is better because before you were doing a lot of studying, you didn't know if it was gonna work. You didn't know if you were gonna be, you know, like it was like, it's like working out for a month and you don't see no changes. Like, is this really doing anything? But when you are here, it's like each block, each test, each thing you're studying for, it feels like you're getting closer and closer and closer. Oh, OSCEs are easier now. Oh, I get this much more. Oh, I've been in the hospital more. Like, whatever the case is, you know, makes you feel more like you're getting to where you're supposed to be, I guess. This next one really doesn't pertain to me, but it basically pertains to everybody in my class. We have a big class, like 100 something, and I want to say 15 to 20 people go to class on average. I'm usually one of those 15 to 20. But as you can tell, the next best thing is you don't have to go to class. And I know what you're thinking. You're in medical school. Why wouldn't you go to class? Y'all are all hard workers. Why wouldn't you? But honestly, I understand why they don't go. Like, I go for my own personal reasons, but I understand why they don't go. Like, it is a lot of time you're studying. You know, you're studying for a majority of the day, almost every day. So, like, going to class, sometimes I've gone to class and I was like, that was kind of a waste. Not because of the teacher. The teachers are great. But if you don't prepare before class, it's kind of a waste because you're just sitting there. I know we did that in undergraduate, but it just doesn't make sense if you honestly think about it, especially with what we're learning about. So you might as well stay home, prepare at home, and just like do whatever studying you do, like however you learn that material, because you don't have to learn it through because the material is the same. Our teachers just teaching in some way. You don't have to learn it through them. You can get it from other places. I don't recommend that, but a lot of people, they'll just learn it how they learn it and go back here and see what the teachers were talking about. But that's probably a really big thing. A lot, like 3 days out of the week, you really don't have to go to school. Obviously, I do, and I think you should try it. Like, if you do get in and everything, definitely try it. Like, it's nice. This isn't my favorite, but it's so top 3 and it's so important to me. Like, back in college, like, I remember there were weeks, oh my gosh, I remember there were weeks I would be talking to my friends, I'm like, bro, I have an anatomy test, a physics test, a history test, and it's easy history, but it's still a test, you know what I mean? I remember this, or in a Gen Chem 2, I think I literally had a week where I had 4 tests in 4 different subjects. It's annoying because you can't focus on one thing. You have to give one thing more time than the other. You're everywhere. It's not even the same. It's not 4 tests over the same thing. You know, it's completely different things. And it's fine. That's what college is. Everybody goes through it. But what's great about med school is that, like, you focus for 5, 6, 7 weeks to take 1 test. For us, 2 tests. But it's over the same topic. So you're literally, all you're learning is this one topic. Mind you, in this topic, there's a lot of things. Like, it's a lot. So it's not, like, easy, but... And there's immunology on this topic, there's pathology, there's pharmacology on this one topic, but at least it's one topic. At least it's one topic, you know, at least it's like not just something outlandish. And I personally appreciate that a lot because even if you are learning pathology, it has to do with pharmacology somehow. Even if you are learning pharmacology, it has to do with histology somehow. So it's all interrelated in a sense. I don't think that's a word, but it's all related. So yeah, that's a really big one, as you can tell from my conviction. Yeah, that's really it. Listen, if you have anything else that you want me to ask about, questions about medical school, I got you. Follow, like, comment, subscribe. More videos to come, bro. I'm lit. Like, I don't know what to tell y'all, bro. Do your due diligence, man. If you got to this part of the video, I better see a like, man. That's about it, though. Yeah, love, 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 love. Let's begin, man. Let's begin. So, the very first thing that I think is very good